So look at this quote from John D. Rockefeller, the richest man in the world at one stage. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I'll pay more for that ability than for any other under the sun. Why are some people good with handling people, motivating people? This is something I want to bring into my business, into my family, and equip myself more and more to identify the best people and the worst people and how to manage and inspire the best people.
So how do we tell the difference between a narcissist and someone who simply has high, healthy self-esteem? Now, people with healthy levels of self-esteem aren't particularly bothered by criticism. They may even see it as valuable sometimes. But you just try even hinting to someone with narcissistic traits that they're less than perfect, and you'll see an angry response. But criticism makes the narcissist highly aggressive. This is sometimes called narcissistic rage. So psychologists studied 540 undergraduate students measuring their levels of self-esteem and narcissism and aggressive behavior. And they found that the more narcissistic students were, the more they tended to lash out when verbally criticized. The study's authors explain, and I quote, "Narcissists mainly want to punish or defeat someone who's threatened their highly favorable views of themselves."
Okay, so the differences. Some people just show outright rage and are very aggressive from the start, while other people have a more subtle way of showing this dismissive or aggressive behavior. They don't want to talk about it, they stonewall, but the bottom line is they're not interested in hearing any critical or negative feedback regarding their behavior. Okay, so look here in Matthew 12:25 in the Bible. A house divided against itself cannot stand. So it is so critical to be able to sort out problems. If you can't sort out problems, you can't sort out things that divide the house, divide the business, divide the family, and therefore it will fall. It is extremely dangerous to unite in business, in relationships, or with clients where you cannot approach them regarding problems. The Bible also says in Proverbs 12, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. The Bible says the person is stupid. It is stupid to hate correction. Do not be unequally yoked and linked up with people who do not like sorting out problems, who do not like looking at their own problems. The Bible says whoever hates correction is stupid. And just to finish off, let's just read the section in 1 Samuel in the Bible. Here it depicts one of the most wicked men in the Bible. So it said there a certain man who had property at Carmel was very wealthy. Interesting, he was very wealthy. So worldly success does not separate you from being an extremely wicked person. His name was Nabal and his wife was Abigail. And then the servant said to, I think, Abigail in verse 17, now think it over and see what you can do, because disaster is hanging over our master and his whole household. Now listen here, he is such a wicked man that no one can talk to him. This defines wickedness. The man is so wicked that no one can talk to him. Where people are unapproachable, they don't want to talk about their problem areas, they don't want to, or they get very aggressive when you talk to them about their problem areas, is denoted and shown up in the Bible to be one of the most wicked traits a person can have.
People with healthy levels of self-esteem aren't particularly bothered by criticism. They may even see it as valuable sometimes. But you just try even hinting to someone with narcissistic traits that they're less than perfect, and you'll see an angry response. But criticism makes the narcissist highly aggressive. This is sometimes called narcissistic rage. So psychologists studied 540 undergraduate students measuring their levels of self-esteem and narcissism and aggressive behavior. And they found that the more narcissistic students were, the more they tended to lash out when verbally criticized. The study's authors explain, and I quote, narcissists mainly want to punish or defeat someone who's threatened their highly favorable views of themselves. People who are focused on validating a grandiose self-image find criticism highly upsetting and lash out against the source of it. Now, on the other hand, people with healthy, high self-esteem, based on understanding their own capabilities, didn't become more aggressive when criticized. Narcissists, meanwhile, find any threat to their ego too great to handle calmly. The seeds of narcissism can be sown at a young age if children develop unrealistically grandiose opinions of themselves, perhaps by never being told no or treated as superior to everyone else.
Okay, so for a quick takeaway here for our business, if we have difficult clients and clients come to us criticizing certain products or our behavior, let's be receptive to this. Let's have a good attitude. Thank them for it. Even if it's things you disagree with, let's have a great attitude under criticism. Let's rather turn the other cheek. I'm not saying we must stay with abusive clients or abusive people, but let's react brilliantly in unfair situations and difficult situations, and later on we can make a plan. It is a disaster to not being open to criticism and where clients can give insights into how they view our services and products.